How's it going today, guys? Another figure review. This is on the Bandai 2004 movie monster series standard line Monster X. Oh, yes. The king, or false king, himself. This figure is wonderful. He is one of the highly sought after Bandai figures that is still kind of readily available. Not very much. He needs a good 6-inch release, personally, in my opinion. The figure is meant for the 6-inch scale. He fights Godzilla and he fights next to Chainsaw Gigan. He needs a good 6-inch figure. So, he is looking awesome in the light. I can't wait to take some photos of him. And let's get on to the articulation, shall we? So, his first point of articulation is the head up here. Kind of twists and turns, not a lot. It doesn't fit the mold. Also, you don't want to be twisting and pulling on this horn. Could break. So that's a no-go. The other thing is these two heads kind of shift a little bit, but they don't do a lot. So don't expect to be doing something too cool with them. But they do kind of move just to, I don't know, help with him. He's got bicep swivels, which this is as far as they can go. They can go all the way in. He's got these two little bone bits, so they can only go so far in. He's got wonderful waist articulation. Adds some personality to the pose. He also has knee articulation, kind of. More just splits at the joints. They kind of do move a little bit, but nothing too much. And the ankles would move, but the way that the joints are positioned in there, they're definitely not going to move around almost at all, just because they're they're an oval shape, and it just means they're not going to move. The last 2 points of articulation is his tail. He's got one major one here, and then he's got a second one right here. Can definitely do some amazing kaiju butt kicking with that tail. All right. So the detail on Monster X, right now he looks kind of awesome in the light. He's not really shiny. He's more of a matte bone white. But the light kind of helps sprucing him up a little bit. So that face, yes, I know, he's got a paint chip on the mouth. It's kind of distracting. It's kind of not. So he's got painted teeth a little bit. Well, not really. That might just be the light. His eyes, his two dead red eyes. Oh my god. Look at that face. His horns look really cool. Kind of look like they were one horn there for a second right there. Boom. Looking cool. Both the side heads also looking really nice. With their eyes. The rest of the body. It's got his weird bone pattern that gets really emphasized once he transforms into Kaiser Ghidorah. The end of the tail isn't painted, but for the most part, the rest of the figure is. He's got a lot of cool detail. Like, he's got all this weird, heavy grooves. Like, he's got these lines down his arms and his body, and then he's got all this rough stuff in here. His big back plate thing, I don't know, it's weird. It looks awesome though. He's got some paint shading in there, like right there and there. That's about it. He's just an overall really cool design, and he didn't have to transform into Kaiser Ghidorah to be cool. I think this is honestly overall people's kind of like choice for Final Wars. Like, it's him and Kaiser that make the movie worth it. For the size comparison, I only have one. No need to bring Kaiser out. The only figure I have in the standard line that technically fits in with this guy in scale is the standard line Chainsaw Gigan. Whew! What an awesome figure. What a heavy figure. Look at that. He leans forward because his chainsaws are so damn heavy. Let's get those chainsaws down, maybe. Spin them a little bit. Make them a little bit easier. There you go. Looks good. They're about the same size, which I believe they were pretty comparable in the movie. Gigan maybe just had a little bit of hair to his height. That looks awesome, honestly. Like, look at those two. Best buds forever, am I right? Well, until Mothra and Godzilla come. And then they kind of get their... Well, why would you do that to your friend? Just because he lasted longer than you doesn't mean you can tip him over. Jerk. All right. Now that we got the size comparison out of the way, how much did I get him for and where did I get him? Well, just like Kaiser Ghidorah and a lot of my more recent purchases, I acquired him at G-Fest. G-Fest 2019. I believe this guy was only $80. I think he was really cheap for what they normally go for tagged. Not having their tag, they normally drop to the 70 to 90 range, but this one I believe was 80 with tag, and not that I know 100% sure. Once again, it's at the weird table. It wasn't radioactive. This was the table where Mike Johnson and Rich Iso was selling figures. I was told, because at the table there was only one of these guys, that this may be Rich Iso's personal Monster X that he gave to sell. So that's really awesome to know that I may have, you know, the Monster X that Rich Iso, aka Fresh Vinyl, owned for a long time. I thought that was cool. He talked to me about it after I purchased it, because I mentioned that I bought one, and he was like, oh, well, that probably was mine then. And I was like, wow, well, that's cool. And then I cut the tag off. Sorry, Rich. I'm sorry. I just don't do tags, man. I keep them, but I don't like them displayed on there. So, all right. So yeah, I got it for $90 or 80 or 90. He was under 100 for sure. I'm pretty sure he was 80. So definitely, if you can get a tagged one in that range or a really nice looking one, without one in that range, definitely go for it. Will recommend. So that's gonna pretty much wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm pumping out a bunch of reviews right in a row because I feel like making videos right now, and this seems to be the best thing to do. What's gonna be the next one? I don't know. Maybe talking about Godzilla vs. Kong. Maybe more views. Maybe it's for Gigan here. I don't really know yet. I'm just having fun with it because I am loving making videos for you guys. You guys seem to be loving them too. The Singular Point review at this moment's at 71 views, making it, I believe, my fastest climbing review so far. And the Bandai Kong's at over 11 already, which is great. Thank you guys so much for viewing these videos. I absolutely 100% appreciate it. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, I would just like to say thank you once again. Like, comment, and subscribe. This figure is going to get 8 out of 10. He's really good. The arms not being able to move up and down is a little odd, but it's kind of forgivable. It's a weird design. And honestly, I'm kind of being a little begrudging because I want one 6-inch scale and not just a standard 8-inch scale. So, bam, bam, bam. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for Monster X. Awesome figure. Pick him up if you don't have him. Nothing really else from me. Have a great day, guys. Continue being awesome. This is your host once again, Kajume Addict. I am signing out. Peace. Rock on. Oh, shit, it didn't turn off.